DC Intel. Stay ahead with real-time breaking news and intelligence updates from around the nation. Your trusted source for reliable and insightful information.
You are listening to the Excellence in Online Broadcasting Network.
Welcome to DC Intel, your go-to source for breaking news and intelligence updates from around the nation. Stay informed with the latest developments, insightful analyses, and comprehensive coverage of key events. Follow us to never miss an important story and join the conversation on what's happening in our country. Together, let's stay ahead of the news.
If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing. And always have the courage to be yourself.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
But from today and from the day I take the oath of office, we will rapidly drive prices down and make America affordable again. We're going to make it affordable again. So as much as you can, do something that you love, work hard, and never, ever give up, and you're going to be tremendously successful. Tremendously successful. Thank you. God bless our military. God bless the memory of the fallen. God bless our Gold Star families. And God bless America. Thank you very much.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's doing good today. We've got a lot of stuff going on in this country. Good stuff, I hope. We'll see what's going on here. Sorry for some of the inconveniences that's going on here. If you hear something today in the background, there's people working in the building, and unexpectedly. So let's see what we got here. Pull up my chat here. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Yes, I was supposed to be on last night, and I'll tell you about that in a second. Let's see. Hello, Enforcer. Good afternoon, y'all. Hey, RDC. Glad you're back. Thank you so much, Crazy Train. Dallas, Georgia. Waiting out the storm. Yeah, be careful there. Let's see here. We got from McAllen, Texas in the house. We got, excuse me here, guys. Just trying to get this chat stuff taken care of. Today announcement says, yep, I know. It's all messed up. I'll fix that at a later time. Winston-Salem, North Carolina in the house. Hello, Marv Dog. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Hello from Columbus, Georgia. Howdy from Mena, Arkansas. Glad you're back. Thank you so much. Waiting for the big new DC. Yeah. Yay. Hello, Phil. Hello from Phil and Ginger in Georgia. Okay. See, good afternoon. I sure don't know why this thing is doing this. It's a pain in the neck. I know that. Sorry, guys. These chats are just goofy. His last name show up anywhere? No, it's not. I'll tell you about that in a second. Hello from Kansas. Really glad you're back. Thank you so much. It's been a crazy trip. Butler, Pennsylvania in the house. Lancaster County, Pennsylvania in the house. Charles City, Virginia in the house. Anita from Clinton, Tennessee in the house. Listening in Surfside Beach, South Carolina today. Okay, awesome. Belfast, Tennessee. Signal, Michigan in the house. Missed you last night. Howell, Michigan listening. Hello, fellow Patriots from California there. Buckle down for the storm here in Florida. Yes, you all should be buckling down for the storm there. Kentucky in the house. Connecticut in the house. Stanford, Kentucky in the house. Columbus, Georgia. Hunker down with the hurricane coming through Columbus, Georgia. Yes, you do need to do that. Morning, brother from behind enemy nines. Thank you so much. Call me California. Meansville, Georgia in the house. New York mayor is being shook. Yep, it's just the beginning. Oklahoma, New York mayor arrested. Pam in North City, Tennessee. Thank you so much. Beaufort, Georgia, Storm Watcher. Great show, DC. Duncan, Oklahoma. Hello from Oklahoma. Central Georgia in the house. Alabama in the house. From Virginia, working from DC from work in Virginia. Okay. I'm so relieved to hear you're back online. Yep. Thank you so much. Heard they will offer Diddy. Yeah, that's not going to be happening there. He can give up everyone, but he ain't getting no 1 year. There's too much on this. Alaska in the house. Let's see here. Yes, I get my DC fixed today. Hope your way was good. Childersburg, Alabama. Yes, it was good. Good and bad. Live Oak, Florida. Hendersonville, Tennessee. Let's get to it. Absolutely. Angela from Dalton, Georgia. Butler, Georgia is in here. Hey, DC, RC, and EC, Raleigh, North Carolina. Thank you so much for everything. Glad to hear your voice. Carson City, Michigan. Austin, Texas in the house. Western Arizona in the house. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania in the house. Indiana, Valsperia, something like that. I'm sorry. My eyes are messing up today. Indiana. Glad you're back. Hello from Louisiana. Yes, Saints girl. I got information for you, actually. But anyways, hello, DC from Tennessee. Who made it? Yep. Madisonville, Louisiana, Oregon. Mega baby, right? Oklahoma here. I meet Louisiana in the house. Actually was just through there the other day. We missed you. Thank you so much. Monroeville in the house. Kensaw, Georgia in the house. Here from Get My Hair in Turn. Okay. Hello from Mississippi. Spring Lake, Michigan. Saying love. Thank you so much. Texas in the house. Beaverton, Oregon in the house. Midway, Texas in the house. Dayton, Ohio saying hello. Leroy, Michigan in the house. Glad you're back. Alabama here. Thanks, DC. Oxford, Alabama in the house. Lived in Beaufort, Georgia for 30 days. Moved back to Tennessee. All right. So let's get started here. Got a lot to talk about today. Just a ton of stuff to talk about. I was supposed to be on last night, and as you know, I've been on the road since pretty much Friday. Friday. Lord, I don't even know these days. But anyways, I was on the road all around from Kentucky all the way down to Louisiana, and then from there, I was coming back, going to do a show, advertised it, and then my plane got diverted, and I ended up in Dallas, Texas, and then from Dallas, Texas, on and on and on. So long story short, I didn't get in till late yesterday, and so it made it impossible for me to even make another post to say, hey, something came up, blah blah blah. So I'm really working on this week and this weekend on getting a chat or something set up to where we can all stay in contact for these things that happen like this, because you do know what I do. It's crazy. Some days we're good, and some days we just got so much stuff going on. So, anyways, see here, making sure nobody else. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Absolutely. Let's see. Hello from Oklahoma here. Texas also just came in. So we got a lot coming in here. If I missed anybody, I'm so sorry. So let's get talking here. We've got so much going on, and I was out this past week and weekend, and it was a busy weekend and week, to be honest with you. It's been just nuts, but it's all good. We got good stuff. There's a lot of things happening in our country, and we just got to I told y'all last week, buckle up. Sorry about that. I told you last week, buckle up, that we're really going to see some serious serious things take place. And guess what? We're there. We are there. It's not going to end now. Okay. Can I just tell you that? Everybody at DCRU on Facebook, no, we were on Facebook and it got hacked. So if you see anything on Facebook with me, it's not me anymore. It's a hacker. So anyways, a lot of stuff to talk about. Red October is coming. You better believe it. And I'm telling you guys, everybody has kept saying, I don't see nothing happening. Don't see nothing happening. And, you have to be absolutely blind at this point, and, just blind to think that nothing's going to happen, because what has started is not going to end. It is not going to end, not anytime soon. Not anytime soon at all. For some, that's a good thing. For some, that's a bad thing. I told you all from the beginning when we was talking about Gitmo. Now, we haven't done a show on Gitmo, so don't anybody ask me that. Haven't done that yet, but we're going to. But when we started talking about that, I said, you can't just take people, round them up, throw them in there, and military tribunal, that's not the way the law works in civil or even military. And please update if possible on the strikes, yeah. Sound is fine, good. So anyways, what's coming cannot and will not be stopped. It is bigger than a domino effect. Okay, it is bigger than a domino effect. You have so many key points that are playing here. Now, I just need you to hang tight with me. Don't everybody start going, well, just get to the point. There are just so many things that have to be dealt with in all this stuff. Now, there's a couple things that, P. Diddy is just a puzzle piece. Okay? He's not the whole puzzle. There's multiple players in this that are going down, that are just going down. Now, I will say this. If anybody had any kind of doings with Diddy, like business-wise or anything, they probably should be worried. Of course, they should be worried if they went to his house and went to his parties. We definitely know that. But you can say Red October, but I would say it's already started in September. Will we get the EBS? Well, we're not going to get no EBS over Diddy, and we're not going to get it over them going after these people. That would be something that, of course, we've covered it multiple weeks, but that is something that would take place if we would get to the point of a civil unrest or going to war or something like that. But anyway, let me play you something real quick here. Great point this guy made. For those that say nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. But Usher wiped his Twitter. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. But Pink decided to wipe her Twitter and Instagram. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Diddy's 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening but Diddy's on Susu watch. Oh, yeah, but nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. But Megan Fox deleted her tweets all the way back to 2013. But you know what? Nothing's happening. Not a thing is happening. No, man. Jay-Z, Beyonce. I wonder what they're going to say. Oh, I wonder what Bieber's going to say, man. You know what? I want to know what the Kardashians got to say. I bet it was real moist in that damn freak-off party. Damn, this whole Diddy shit looks like a nightmare.
Yeah, for those that say nothing's ever happening, and you know how many times I've heard that? Nothing's happening. I don't see nothing. I can tell you this. Every single day, probably for the next 6 months, maybe longer, I don't know, but at least I'd say 6 months, every day, it's going to be doo-doo hitting the fan for people. It just is. When even a Q drop came out and says nothing can stop what's coming. Nothing can stop it. Here everybody jumps to the conclusion, oh, it's the military. The military's coming in and nothing can stop what they're going to do. I'm going to play you a clip here in a little bit that just happened the other night with Trump. And we'll get to that here in a little bit. But stuff is happening. Stuff is happening, and it will not end soon. It will carry on and carry on and carry on. I will say this: there's been several different people that sent me things. Says, hey, is Kamala Harris dropping out? Did she drop out? She did not drop out of the race. There is old footage flying around on TikTok and everywhere else, and it's saying she's officially dropping out. She's not officially dropping out, okay? It's old footage. It's old news. So of course, you do want to get your hopes up, but you really don't want to get your hopes up. Because if by chance, I'm just saying, making us a thing here, if by chance she actually did something like that, we should probably be worried. Because we don't know who they're going to put in next. The whole thing with Joe Biden, that was a good thing, when he did his debate, and he thought he did great. And of course, his wife, good job, Joe. You did fantastic, Joe. Give him his baba and give him a clean diaper. When all that, and then they turn around and put her in, and then of course it pulls some numbers. It did, but I still believe, and I still believe. We're okay. As long as you get your butt out and vote, we're going to be okay. So moving on from that for a second here. The other thing in the news, now I'll tell you, and I told you this last week, it's not about to kick up and it's not about to happen. It is happening, and we will see daily things coming out and things happening. And it doesn't matter if it is the weekend or the weekday or the nighttime or the morning. It's going to continue to come out. Everybody knows, the thing going on in New York. Eric Adams being indicted. Before we even touch on that, there's a guy that was one of Diddy's buddies, and then also did security for him. Now, this is a week and a half ago. He put this video out. A week and a half ago. Now, once you listen to this, I want you to not only just listen to it, but also think about something. Because what he's going to do, well, here we go. Just listen.
Those are Diddy freakos. When they did that raid, you understand? What they did was, prior to the raid, they reviewed that civil lawsuit. And that civil lawsuit told, Cassie's civil lawsuit was LeRod had already did it. LeRod hadn't did his yet, did he? Did LeRod do his lawsuit before the raid or after the raid?
Oh, before.
Yeah. So what they did was they reviewed both of those civil lawsuits and found that there was some criminal activity in those lawsuits. We spoke that on Art of Dialogue. We spoke about that on your show. I said if they really wanted him, all they had to do was review those civil lawsuits. And once they find the criminal activity in those, they could bring him in. Now, did the Federal Bureau of Investigation in Miami do it? No, they didn't. Did California do it? No, they did not. The Southern District of New York, they took it upon themselves.
Listen.
And put on that raid and everything based on the information they found in Cassie lawsuit and the information they found in Little Rod lawsuit. But all this is bigger than Diddy. It's bigger than Diddy, bro. Because you know who else they was doing investigation on during that whole time period? It was the mayor and the politicians in New York City.
Okay, did you just hear what he said? It was not just on Diddy.
It's bigger than Diddy, bro. Because you know who else they was doing investigation on during that whole time period? It was the mayor and the politicians in New York City. They turn around and give him the key to the city. All the mayor people that he brought on here in New York City are all resigning. They all resigning. People ain't gonna tie this together, but if you look at it, you have to say, because of Mayor Adams and his relationship with Diddy, it brought on the Southern District of New York to start investigating Diddy on civil lawsuits that was put against him. Because the feds is going after all these politicians in New York City.
Did you hear what he said? They're going after all of them. All of them. Now, this is prior to anything coming out. Not with Diddy. Anything coming out with his mayor. Because anybody, and I told you this last week, and I told you 2 weeks ago, to beware and to be watching. Anybody that had any kind of doings with Diddy has been under investigation. They've looked at their finances. They've looked at cell phone records. They've looked at everything. And they're busted. They're just busted. And the thing is I don't see nothing happening. And the thing is, because we're impatient, we want to see it right then. Got to see it right now. Got to have it right now. Because that's just who we are. We just got to have it now. And when things start happening, well, it ain't happening quick enough. But it's happening. Y'all have waited for this day. You've waited for this moment. Everybody has said, I'm just waiting for it to come down. I'm waiting for it. I ain't seeing nothing. And it's happening. Well, I don't want to see Diddy arrested. I want to see these politicians arrested. They're all tied together, dingbat. They're all tied together. And they're all coming down. It starts giving you now a little bit of a clearer picture as why the National Guard has been sitting up in New York City. Think about this. Been sitting up in there. People demanding, why are you here? And they won't tell them. And that ticks me off. But it starts giving you a little bit clearer picture of why these things have been in place. See, we want the answer now. We want the answer now. And we have intel we give on different scenarios and things that we know that's happening, but we still operate in what? Unbelief. But it's happening. One of the things that's coming out too is, and it's absolute fact. It's nothing that I am just saying. When the Dallas Morning News puts out an article, and by them doing this, it's saying that T.D. Jakes was considered a mentor to Sean Diddy Combs. And also, he was considered to be the public image fixer for Diddy. You just can't make this stuff up. Can't do it. It's absolutely crazy. And by him being the fixer, then what does that mean? It's more than that. Now they're tying in and saying that Diddy was putting his money through the church. Now you got federal crimes going on here. You got money laundering, all this. I don't care if Jake's or any other large churches or small. I don't care how much they think they protected their butts. Okay? When it comes to the federal side, it don't matter if he took his house when all this stuff came out with Diddy and took his house and his ministry and resigned from it and stepped down and it doesn't matter. If money come through there and if they can prove it, they will shut that place down quicker than you can fart and it be disappearing. I'm telling you the truth. And if you attend these churches, you should be worried. Because you may not have a church in the next future there. And that's absolute fact. And honestly, it makes me mad. It makes me mad that, makes me mad is this. These people go, leaders shouldn't do anything, shouldn't get involved in anything because there's a separation in church and state. But yet they want to put their money through there and launder it. They want to have their parties and, come here. Come on, seriously. It's just dumb. I'm worried for innocent people that don't know what's been going on, and I get it. They don't know. They just don't know. But when they find out, when their world has been wrapped up around one leader or several leaders, and those leaders are getting their ass hauled off the federal pen, the news is not going to be nice about it. The news that they have protected will be the ones to hang them out to dry. And we're seeing it with this New York. Yeah. Here we go.
Eric Adams was just indicted on federal charges and could be going to prison. So this is a report that just came out literally less than an hour ago because the indictment is still sealed and we don't know exactly what he's being charged with. But he knew of this investigation.
Now we know that it's past that at this point. We know it's past it. Before anybody says anything, we know it's past it at this point.
It's been going on for months now, and now makes him the first sitting mayor of New York City to be indicted on federal charges. And this comes just a few months before he is supposed to be up for re-election as the mayor of New York City because he took over 3 years ago. However, Republicans and Democrats alike in New York City both agree that they do not like Eric Adams and do not think that he's been doing a good job at all. Now, even though this indictment is sealed, we will know probably...
Okay, that was last night. Okay, and We all know what's happening here. So here we go.
Authorities. We have team coverage, people all over the place running around.
What the hell is going on?
By my colleague Cheryl Wills.
Mayor is getting indicted. And they say that, he's going to be arrested.
Okay. There should not be any shock to any of this. Can you believe? Can you believe?
Just Fox News has just confirmed Democratic New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted, will face criminal charges. According to the New York Times, the indictment is sealed. It is unclear what charges he will be facing. We'll continue to follow this developing story. And
thank you, Sean, the traitor Hannity. And then it comes out, we're talking federal prosecutors, guys. We're talking federal stuff here. They're not looking into just, little tiny things. They have dissected every part of their entities at all.
Conspiracy charges against Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City. As the indictment alleges, Mayor Adams engaged in a long-running conspiracy in which he solicited and knowingly accepted illegal campaign contributions from foreign donors and corporations. As we allege...
Let me just stop here. Foreign donors dealing with the elections. Many of you have sat back and have said, what about this executive order? What about the executive orders that said that, election interference? Let me tell you something right now. We would not be hearing that statement right now. We wouldn't be hearing this statement. This guy wouldn't even have been arrested if it had not been for what? What is it, class? The executive order that Donald Trump set in place and had been renewed twice, like a couple weeks ago when we talked about it, twice by the so-called Biden administration. Now, why would the Biden administration reenact, there you go, 13818, executive order? Why would they redo that? Because they're all in bed together here, guys. They're all in bed together with these New York people. I mean, here's the thing. And they're saying we're in shock. And we're in shock that New York, this is the first time in history. Can I tell you something? It's about 100 years too late. But I'm glad it finally came down in our time. It's happening.
Mayor Adams took these contributions even though he knew they were illegal. And even though he knew these contributions were attempts by a Turkish government official and Turkish businessmen to buy influence with him. We also allege that the mayor sought and accepted well over $100,000 in luxury travel benefits from some of the same foreign actors who arranged many of the illegal campaign contributions. These benefits included free international business class flights and opulent hotel rooms in foreign cities. The mayor had a duty to disclose these gifts on his annual public disclosure forms so that the public could see who was giving him what. But as we allege, year after year after year, he kept the public in the dark. He told the public he received no gifts, even though he was secretly being showered with them. We allege that Adams accepted these benefits knowing that they were given to him because of his position. And in exchange for some of those improper benefits, he intervened in the New York City Fire Department's inspection process for a building owned and operated by the Turkish government, allowing it to open even though it had not passed the fire inspection. The corruption alleged in the indictment is, as I said, long-running.
Okay. So we got the Turkish government. Let me ask you a question here. Why are we letting these other countries buy property in the United States? Why? You got China buying up land. You got the Turkish government buying up buildings. I mean, seriously. We got them buying up property, buying up land, and then on top of that, they just feed a little bit of money, and then we turn around and just look the other way. That way, they pass their inspections. Because God forbid that we actually make them abide by the same laws of the land that we have to. Lord, that'd be horrible, wouldn't it? Gosh. Stupid. And here's the thing. They have it all. And you think this guy here is going to just take it? Nah. He does his own little public address thing.
My fellow New Yorkers, it is now my belief that the federal government intends to charge me with crimes. If so, these charges will be entirely false, based on lies. But they would not be surprising. I always knew that if I stood my ground for all of you, that I would be a target. And a target I became. For months, leaks and rumors have been aimed at me in an attempt to undermine my credibility and paint me as guilty. Just this past week, they searched the home of our new police commissioner, looking for documents from 20 years ago, just 1 week after he joined my administration. Enough. I will fight these injustices with every ounce of my strength and my spirit. If I'm charged, I know I am innocent.
He will fight these injustices. Why don't you fight against people like Diddy and all these people that, well, like Diddy, you gave him the key to the city, raise him up on a pedestal knowing what he is, what he's about. He's going to flip too. And for those of you going, well, I wonder if Diddy's going to let it all out. He's going to let it all out. And there's a couple people on social media saying that he's already worked the deal, and he'll be out in less than a year or 2 years. That's not going to happen. We've got crimes against humanity here. It goes further than money. Crimes against humanity. And the commissioner stepped down too. Yep. You're going to start seeing a lot of people stepping down. We already have corporations that are stepping down. Leaders of corporations stepping down. Because this Diddy thing, and I know I'm almost tired of talking about it, to be honest with you. But in a day's time, 40 different things come out about it. And it's like, it's never ending. Here's the thing. You don't have to always dive into the Diddy stuff. But when it starts tying in certain things, you're just like, oh my gosh, it really was done in plain sight. It just takes, and then now you got Epstein. Like I said, you had Epstein was Hollywood. You got Diddy, and of course, it's going to go on and on and on. It's going to go on and on and on. And all I can say to you is this: you all have been waiting for it for 3.5 years, waiting for that Kraken to be released, right? We're going to release the Kraken. And the Kraken's out there. Something I saw, and I kept it just to give you a friendly reminder of this stuff. So it was, of course, Chrissy Teigen, a ton of other people have started, deleting their social media, and and all that. And of course, Elon Musk, as he should, he says, hey, you can delete it all you want, but we still have everything. And one of the tweets is this. It's got her and her husband on there. And she says, Johnny and I are on our way to the hashtag the Hollydale at Karina Belanoff is serving a nice 4-year-old slice of pizza with adrenochrome. With adrenochrome. Yes, Diddy is in the same cell with the guy that was for fraud, yeah. Do you realize there is a massive bounty on Diddy's head right now? Massive bounty. And of course then, but you got Chrissy Teigen and her husband. It goes back to Pizzagate. It's all, here's the thing. Everybody that said these things from beginning, Pizzagate, all this stuff. Oh, there's no possible way. No possible. That's the most dumbest stuff. You guys are nuts for believing it. The dominoes are coming down. These people there is no way around it at this point. And of course, I always tell you, pay attention to detail, pay attention to detail. There's a video that comes out, says, and everybody's been posting it, says Diddy comes out and speaks from prison. Now, when you're in jail, prison, whatever, you're given a tablet each day. And these tablets there's Cash App on it. Honestly, there is. There's also, you can video your family, do calls, all this stuff from them. Plus also you have cable TV in there. Maybe not in your cell, but in your general area you do. So anywho, he released this video.
But as you know, as I'm glued to the TV, and I'm trying to figure out like just what's even going on, like how is this happening?
Okay, I'm just stopping it because here's the thing: this is bullshit. Because Diddy is not sitting here. This video is not of him sitting in jail. And it's going around, well, he's got the brown outfit on, the jumper, with the t-shirt on it. He's also sitting in a room that has a purple wall, and the doors have really nice, expensive crown molding over them. I have never taken anyone to jail. And there's like Victorian scrolls, all this crap above your door facings in jail. It don't happen. So it's bull crap. It's bull crap. They're going to throw things out there to try to just throw things out. But no. Jamie Kennedy put out a little video the other day, and I'm going to play it for you. It's about this stuff going on. And I like Jamie Kennedy. I think he's freaking hilarious. But
this Diddy situation will change Hollywood forever. His tentacles reach in everything to music, liquor, TV, film, reality TV, networks, brands, sports, politics. What did I leave out? Not just that. I think a lot of your heroes are going to be coming out like zeros. And you're going to find out, damn, they're weirdos. Like, I always wondered why certain people, got certain shots, and I'm like, are they good? Are they that good? But they're like, right place, right time, like this, like that. And then I'm like, and then I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe that they want the business champion them. Like, they just are pushing them. They like them. Okay, that's okay. But then I'm like, then the whole plant theory came in, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. The plant, you're put there to put out our messages, to do our bidding. That's was believable. But now, with like the do that or else I got you doing that, that's looking like that's just not just the playbook. That's the standard operating procedure. Okay? Like that's the darkest, but then it gets even darker if you want to get into, stuff that people will start calling you a conspiracy theorist about. So yeah, here's how you can tell who is a scumbag in Hollywood. It's pretty simple. If they act like they're not. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if they are like, oh yes, and they're oh, I'm a champion, I'm an ally, I am they virtue signal, or they white knight it. Scumbags. Those are your scumbags. Like, oh yes, let me help you. Let me help you. It's like the guy that's like, that asshole, he's rude. She's a woman. Don't talk to her like that. I'll walk you home, honey. Here's a shortcut in this alley. Like, it's a joke, but you know what I mean? Like, because there's too many scumbags that act like they're good people, and there's a lot of smoke. So I want you to think of anyone who's really earnest. Anyone who's ever put this in a post, like, had a great time working with these wonderful humans. You ever see that? Humans? Yeah, you're a fucking weirdo. You're not real. No one goes to Trader Joe's and goes, man, this human in line. No, you're a fucking fraud. There's so much to say. I can't say because I get in trouble. I have to go to Patreon. I'm not asking you to join. But you just can't be real on this. If people act extra like they're good people, they're scum.
There you have it. And let me throw you this. People that act self-righteous, act like always looking down on you, or always wanting to be the spiritual guru in your life. Be the ones that always speak scripture to you to keep you in line with the Word of God. Beware of those people. Because everything, whether you like it or not, everything that you have believed and thought of is about to be challenged in our world. Whether you like it or not, it's just going to happen. You all wanted this stage. Got to see something happen. I need it. Want it to happen. It's here. And while all eyes have been upon Diddy and his stuff and everything he's doing, and of course now the New York, mayor, and then it's going to be the commissioner, and then it's going to be this, then it's going to be that. Here's the thing. Don't expect it to end anytime soon. This is a never-ending thing for a long time. Long time. There's a lot here, and there is a lot that's going down. And for those of you that have had family members that have deserted you or made fun of you and said you were nuts, you're about to be vindicated for everything, because they can't stop everything. But while all of our eyes have been glued on Diddy and all the horrific things, and then also, you got that going on, and not only that, you've got all the Nashville stuff that's about to come out. But then you have a few producers that are going, oh no, none of this is really going on, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. they're all tied together because they are all controlled by the same group. I don't care if it's country, if it's rock, if it's rap, even gospel. Because money talks. Money talks. And when money talks, people move. They kind of change some things. And when wait till the country artists start getting busted, and it's already happening. It's already happening. Just hasn't been made public yet. And I said that 2 weeks ago. It's already happening, guys. Give it a week or two, and you're going to see it all bust out. And it's happening. And not only that, here's the thing. You have gospel artists. Everybody's so worried about Usher, Bieber. There's gospel artists that you have listened to that have been to a Diddy party. Because as LeBron says, there ain't no party like a Diddy party. And he's right. The lists are coming out within the next 2 weeks of everything. You got the judge that's going ahead and releasing the Epstein list for sure. He's letting that out. And not only that, once everything goes to discovery, then it becomes public knowledge. And it's going to shake a lot of people. But while all that's going on, all of our eyes on Diddy, it's on the music industry, it's on all this. People have no clue what just happened over this past week. The United Nations, I brought to you last week, was having their little shindig, which the United Nations can take their butts back home wherever they're from. We don't want them. But while all that was going on, of course, Joe Biden, and they're all happy. They're there. They get to speak. And yeah, and we got Zelensky running around in America like he's king of the hill. What happened was they approved American sovereignty to be taken away. That's what happened. And before you jump on me, no, that ain't true, DC, you better research your information. Because it just moves us closer and closer to the 2030. And if they have it their way, it'll be quicker than the 2030. Because what was signed and what was agreed upon was this. I'll give you an example. We have a national, say we have another little crap thing like COVID. Then the United Nations, through FEMA, because FEMA gives power to FEMA to come in and immediately take over no matter what. Don't matter if we have a president, they're still going to take over because they were given that power. I can just tell you this. I can't tell you, I know for a fact, but I can tell you this. I believe that the first blue helmet that shows up on American soil will not be able to go back home. And I think the next time they try to cram a pandemic down our throat, because our military's not going to stand for it. Okay? It's not going to happen. And the only way they can do that is if the FEMA turns around and says to the United Nations, hey, we have to have assistance because we can't get our people in line. Here comes the blue helmets. This is a scenario for you. Here come the blue helmets. And it's going to be all out crap show. Ain't going to have it. America ain't going to have it. So here's what I say to those that want the one world government, want the one world order, go to some of these other places. Go to England or go somewhere like that and submit to it and leave America alone. Because there's too many daggone people that have fought for this country, that have served this country, that just love this country, maybe never served, but just love it. Let's see, Phil is saying Kamala is going to withdraw. Well, maybe he has some sort of intel that's actually good this time. I don't know. It's actually reliable. I don't know about that. And think about this, guys. Think about the logic in this. Why would Kamala want to step out now? There ain't one person they could put in right now. Oh, they'll put in Michelle Obama. Big deal if they did. Big deal if Obama come back. They've got pretty much a little over a month to pull this thing out of the crapper. I just don't see it happening. Don't see it happening. And Intel is not saying that. Let's see here. When will Fauci be taken down publicly? I don't know. I have no clue. I know he's been dealt with. When things become public like that, I have no idea. But there's a lot of things that are taking place that we said would never happen. And people like me and a couple other people like Brad have been saying, not it's coming down the pike. No, we've been saying it's happening. It's happening. You're just not. I think the Democratic Party has taken enough black eyes this year that they should probably sit it out. But they're not. They're dumb as an ox. But anyway, so while all this is going on, you got the United Nations doing their thing. And, it's unbelievable. So not only that, and when I say other things are happening, you're going to start seeing things like what I'm about to play you.
Former judge and prosecutor in Orange County under investigation has taken his own life as the FBI moved in today to arrest him.
Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis is in Campbell Hall with the breaking details. Marcus?
Sandra and David, federal agents and state police still here at the scene in this apartment complex in Campbell Hall. Dramatic turn of events. And while it is believed that that former prosecutor and judge took his own life, the FBI acknowledging that one of its agents, at least one of its agents, did open fire. So the shooting that took place, the gunfire that took place this morning, still very much under investigation. But it is alleged that Stuart Rosenwasser was accepted tens of thousands of dollars in bribes to prosecute a case in 2022. Now, he abruptly resigned earlier this year, but back in 2022, he had initiated an investigation into a cryptocurrency theft scheme that resulted in a guilty plea. That case involved a 37-year-old man accused of ripping off his uncle. Rosenwasser had previously represented the uncle in real estate dealings when he was in private practice. As part of the investigation, texts were discovered between Rosenwasser and Martin Sudini, saying he was, quote, putting maximum effort into this case and, quote, I will always protect you.
Let me say this right now. I'm going to tell you right now. You're going to see more people suicide, like legitimate suicide themselves, because they're caught. Now, Phil says that Trump will run uncontested in November. Here's all I got to say about this, guys. I've not been wrong in anything that I've said. And what I'm about to tell you all this, you better learn to read between the lines of what I'm telling you. I'm going to tell you this really, I'm going to tell you it once, but I'm going to tell you really clear. There are people, and I could get in trouble for telling you this, but you know what? DC's just got the balls today to say it. There are people, and here's the thing, when I say this, don't you dare ask me who it is. But there are people on social media platforms that are taking advantage of older people with their 401ks that are taking advantage of this stuff. They're taking advantage of it, taking advantage of people. Y'all need to read between the lines of what I'm saying right here. They are under investigation and don't even have a damn clue they're under investigation right now. You better clear out some of your sources y'all get stuff from, because they're going to go down too. And that's live from D.C. Yeah, I see you, Sella. Got to be careful. For the men that are listening, I have some advice for you. Well, women too. How about that? From now on, when your wife comes in, and says, "Hey, honey, what's the plan for cleaning out the garage this weekend?" I have found the ultimate solution. It's called the Democratic solution. And that comes from the Democratic presidential running goofy person. And your response is, "Well, honey, I grew up in a middle-class family, and my parents they struggled for food. We struggled for money. And so, you see, that's the thing." And when your boss comes into your work, ladies or gentlemen, "Hey, how come you haven't got XYZ done yet?" You can say, "Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The young people of America right now are just so dumb and ignorant. And by the way, I grew up in a middle class family, and we didn't have my parents was. My dad was actually a hybrid." What's a hybrid? He was part human and part buffalo, and my mom was part pigeon and part wolf, and I was raised in the wood. I mean, seriously, come on. You can just start giving dumb answers. It works for her. Thank you, enforcer. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, nobody's bad mouthing anybody. They just making comments, and it's fine. I'm just saying what I say, and that's it. So anyways, yeah, I grew up in a middle-class family, right? That's your answer for everything. So moving on here, take a station break, and we will be right back in just a second here. Hey, everybody, it's DC, and today I want to talk to you about Birch Gold Group. And we recently had some monumental news that no one else is actually talking about. And for the first time ever, the interest the U.S. pays on its debt surpassed every individual budget item except Social Security. And that's right. The U.S. Now spends more on interest than on national defense or even Medicare. And it's only getting worse as big government continues to spend recklessly. And that's why savvy Americans are turning to gold, and something not tied to the inflated dollar is what it is. And you too can help, can do this with the help of Birch Gold Group. And for over 20 years, Birch Gold Group has helped tens of thousands of Americans protect their retirement and savings by converting on IRA or the 401k into an IRA in gold. To learn more, go to birchgold.com/rumble, birchgold.com/rumble, and get a free, no obligation information kit on diversifying your retirement into a gold IRA. Birch Gold has earned a A+ rating with the BBB and thousands of happy customers. Protect your IRA or your 401k. If you want to do that, go to birchgold.com/rumble and get your free information kit on gold today. I wanted to say one thing here. On behalf of Rumble, I'm grateful for that, but I want to encourage you, the audience that's listening, to download the Rumble app. That way you get the notifications every time that we go live. And also when you do that, be sure you follow us, and it will help remind you, when we do go live. And also, the app is available everywhere for TV. It's available for TVs also. So make sure you download the Rumble app. Once you download it, you search for my channel, DC Intel. It'll pop up, and follow the channel directly on that app. This will make sure that you get a notification every time that we go live, and keeps you informed. And also, if you click on the link in the description or the pinned live chat to download the Rumble app, actually on your phone also, it's free to do that. And if you prefer to watch us on a big screen, which is pretty cool, we are also available now on Apple TV, Android TV, Fire TV, Roku, LG, and Samsung TVs. All you need to do is just search for Rumble. Once you get that, download it, search for DC Live, and every time it'll be on your big screen.
We would like to invite you to become a DC Guardian. A Guardian is someone who supports us with a gift of $10 a month. And you will also receive a beautiful DC decal so you can post your support. And also you will get email updates for Guardians only, plus special discounts on products and functions and conferences to come. Please click on the donate button on our EIOBN.com website to support. Once again, on behalf of the Excellence in Online Broadcasting Network, thank you.
At least we hope we do, right? I hope people do. Fight for the American dream. Yeah. So, yep, if you get a chance, you can go check us out. EIOBN.com, our website. And that is, base everything out of that. And there's places on there for our social media also to support. If you want to click on that, you can click donate. It is secure. It's encrypted. We appreciate that. If you want to be a DC Guardian, that is a great thing too. One of the things this past weekend I was working on is some different things. You know, I've been asked numerous times, are you going to have any kind of a, you know, because we talk about conferences and different things, some sort of an event. And I'm actually had talked over with someone this past weekend about doing an event. Actually, two different events. One would be probably kind of central, maybe like in Nashville or somewhere like that, for like a day or two, like a Friday and Saturday, and then also doing one probably maybe down in Mississippi or Louisiana. That way the Texas folk can come down, Arkansas, all that stuff. We're working on. We'll just see. We'll just fill it out and see. And if you think it's a good idea, hit us up on. Say, hey, let's do it. But anyway, let's see here. What else we got? So there's a guy I've been, well, I'm going to play this in first. So this whole thing that had been going on with Diddy, it's nothing new, okay? And I want you to hear something here. Listen to this. This is actually, and this, now it brings validity, okay? Which it's a little late. But for years, this dude, y'all remember Corey Feldman? Remember him? For years, said that he had been sexually abused. Not only him, but even other people, other kids in the industry have been sexually abused by big time executives. We don't even realize how much garbage is really. I mean, I have so much content in front of me right now. If I was to sit and do this and go through everything that I have, we'd be sitting here probably 4 or 5 hours, and that is no lie. No lie. I mean, it's unbelievable, the stuff. And it's unbelievable. Of course, I got something, an article somebody written, and he's somebody that's very trusted, and he says, and it's not just rappers, pop artists. The pendulum is turning and is about to swing in the direction of the country music industry, and so much is going to be exposed about your favorite artist. Brace yourself. Let me tell you this. There are people now that are, their only goal now is to just blow these stories out of the water, because the next up and coming journalist, this is how funny this really is, because these people that have been hiding from them, journalism is supposed to be, fair, balanced, right, whatever. And it's also supposed to be integrity, journalism with integrity. That's a no-go there. And what's happening is these journalists are now going to start researching out these people that may have an accusation or something, because they want to be the first one to break the story. Because if they're the first one to break the story, then guess what? I may get a bigger job like at NBC or Fox News or one of these crappy ass stations that can't tell the truth. Because it's all about who you expose and how big of a story you can get. So the ones that hunted down kids are now being hunted by their there's a lot of people that's been called crazy for speaking out about this, and it's happening. There's a guy that I started following. I love his content. Now, I am going to warn you, his language is a little rough sometimes, but listen.
Hey, the diddler, P. Diddy. Have y'all seen these name drops? Jay-Z, Pink, Oprah, Jennifer Lopez. Big names, right? You know who you ain't seen? You ain't seen no George Jones, no George Strait, no Conway, Ricky Van Shelton, Travis Tritt, Marty Stewart, Ricky Skaggs, Bobby Bear. You ain't seen no Oak Ridge Boys. You ain't seen no Statler Brothers. The only country bunkin' you all got wrapped up in this shit. This is a music industry thing, right? Country music sliding by this shit like it's going 40 north, baby. Yeah. I just need y'all to explain how that shit work out. Because I got to tell you, you ain't got but one country bunkin' over there, and the bitch left country music to go over there and fuck with y'all in the pop world. And now she's diddling the diddler and all wrapped up in Diddy's shit. Taylor Swift.
There you go, Taylor Swift. Now, those guys that the people that he mentioned, those are your old school. Those guys were guilty of coming to the event drunk, drank too many beers on the bus, or no show Jones, right? Not that it was great, but they weren't raping little kids. Give me a break. And covering up for it. And wow. But what's happening now, you've got this new type of country that you don't even know if it's country or not. You just think it's pop / rock sort of country. It's not. Garbage. This guy goes on another rant here. Love it. Here we go.
You all ain't never gonna forgive me for this. Fuck. What about all the rumors? What about all the rumors from back in the day? Anybody remember the rumor David Bowie and Mick Jagger got caught in bed together, and one of them's wives, and that's the reason for the divorce? What? Anybody? Just me? What about this? What about the rumor we heard about Rod Stewart getting his stomach pumped because of what? Too much. Overfull. Yeah, remember that shit? Richard Gere and the gerbil. Don't even begin to tell me you didn't hear that fucking story. I heard it about Tom Selleck too. Said he might have been. Eddie Murphy. Remember Eddie Murphy picking up the prostitute down on Sunset or wherever the fuck he was that was a transmission mechanic? Remember that shit? I know one all y'all know. I know you remember Pee Wee Herman in the Jack Shack. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just saying. Just the weirdness, people, the weirdness. P. Diddy ain't been here forever. All this shit coming out about Garth. Kevin Hart. That little son of a bitch better be glad he's short, buddy. He better hope they look over him. They looking for you, Kevin. Ain't so fun to be a comedian, is it, buddy? Shit ain't funny, is it? Yeah. Just saying. All the rumors that we've always heard. And I'm just saying. If I missed some, though, put them in the comments. I want to hear what you got. See if I remember that shit too, because they used to be a bunch of weirdos.
Oh my God. Oh, jeez, Smithies. Oh, this guy cracks me up. Sorry, guys. You gotta laugh. If not, you're gonna be wanting to shoot yourself in the head from all this crap going on in the world. Oh, Lord. Anyway, so I probably lost a couple people over that. Probably mad, but it's okay. So not only that, so now you got the news coming out, and you got the assassination tips on Trump. And I'm going to tell you exactly how we handle this here in a few minutes. How we handle it.
We begin with this Fox News alert, a serious, ongoing threat against former President Donald Trump's life from an enemy of America. The report we are looking at this morning is shocking, disturbing. Trump posted on social media, big threats on my life by Iran. The entire U.S. military is watching and waiting. Moves were already made by Iran that didn't work out, but they will try again. That from the nation's 45th president. His campaign says it was briefed by U.S. intelligence on those real and specific threats. And we've also learned that a counter sniper team that was added to that Butler rally after the arrest of a Pakistani national of suspicion of potentially targeting Trump on behalf of Iran. So if that threat had not been there at that time while Trump was in Butler, those counter snipers wouldn't have been there. What would have happened? Who would have taken out? Who would have aided in taking out the would-be assassin in that? So many close calls that we're learning about.
One too many close calls is what that's called. One too many. Let me see here. I got to answer somebody. Kelly Nosler. Who is it? That guy was, it's a TikTok. It's called Pissed Off Nation. He's hilarious. But anyways, you're good, Chris. So anyways, you got Trump and all these things going on with him. You got Iran that's wanting to knock him off. And actually the intel that's coming in is that there's a bounty on him now. Like a big bounty. And that right there, it doesn't scare me, the part that Iran's trying to do it. Because money talks with people. And you have a bunch of goofballs out there. But here's what Trump says about it.
It's a message for Iran. Congress. But if I were the president, I would inform the threatening country, in this case Iran, that if you do anything to harm this person, we are going to blow your largest cities and the country itself to smithereens. We're going to blow it to smithereens. You can't do that.
And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. When Trump is in there, he's going to blow their ass to smithereens. He's going to blow them.
Job-killing regulations was a key part of my America First economic agenda that built the greatest economy in the history of the world. As I work to quickly save America from Joe Biden's economic disaster, and that's what it is, one of the great economic disasters of all time, I will restore my famously successful executive order requiring that for every one new regulation, 2 old regulations must be eliminated, and I will ask Congress to make it permanent. We will again implement a regulatory budget, putting a hard cap on the cost of regulations to the U.S. economy. Instead of growing the size and scope of the federal government, every single year we've been doing that, we will shrink it every year with aggressive cost reduction targets for each federal department.
So he's given his plan here, which Kamala still has not done. But I started playing it because of the fact of just what he's going to do when he's in there. One, he's going to go out. I can guarantee you 1,000% he's going after Iran. He's going after him. He has no choice. No choice. And he's going to lower the boom on him. He's going to lower the boom. How can he talk like that without being CNC? He absolutely, because he is. And one of the statements that Trump made the other day, which it's somewhere on my thing here. But he's talking and he says, here we go. He pulled up here. I want you to hear this.
And come back bigger and stronger and better than ever before. They're mostly gone. They're all coming back. This is why people in countries want to kill me.
Listen.
They're not happy with me. It is. It's a risky business. This is why they want to kill me. They only kill consequential presidents, remember that. But this is why. If you're one of the countries that's affected, you're not happy with what I'm saying. When they used to say they like Barack Hussein Obama, of course they do, because he did nothing to help us. When they like Biden, he doesn't know he's alive. Of course they like him, because he does nothing to bring your businesses back. He lets the world rob our country, the robber barons. He lets them rob and steal from our country, and most importantly, he lets them take.
And they have. They've let our country just be. They've let our country be diddified. You know what that means? We've been raped and partied on and thrown to the side to be dead. There you go. One of the things that was brought out, the Associated Press, is that Haitian group in Springfield, Ohio, files a citizen's, listen clearly, a citizen criminal charges against Trump and Vance. Okay? Well, I got news for you, Haitians that aren't Americans. You cannot file a citizen criminal charges against I'm calling him fucking president. Sorry. He's president. You cannot file charges upon a president, former president, whatever you want to call him, commander in chief, when you are not a citizen. The laws do not, sorry guys, the laws don't apply to you. They don't do it. You cannot do that. This thing will be thrown out quicker. I don't even think it's going to hit. It ain't going to hit a docket. It'll be gone. I'm going to tell you this. My week, I had a lot of stuff. I met some really decent people. Okay, some really decent people this past week. And also, I also met some goofies too. Some really good marshals. I met them and made friends with one of them actually in Louisiana. But good people. But I also found out that there's some serious corruption out there. Serious corruption. And the crazy thing is that corruption is about to really be blown out of water. But didn't mean to jump on that. But what happened is on my way back home, I get all kinds of goofy stuff that happened with the flights and just all kinds of crap, man. It was just like unbelievable. On my way back, I'm sitting there. I'm like 30 minutes from, maybe 40 minutes from us actually landing. And I'm sitting there and there's some guy, he's got Wi-Fi or whatever. So he gets on his phone and he's actually talking. Won't shut the frick up on the plane. I'm already pissed because it's late and I'm tired, I'm sleepy. And this numbnuts is sitting back there carrying a conversation as loud as a freaking freight train. And I just turned around and I looked and went. And I think he got the message because he hung up. He's real quiet. But then, because I was so tired. That's probably the first time I really didn't pay a whole lot of attention to who was getting on board because I was just like ready to just conk out. And so I get on there And then this guy that was yelling at somebody on the phone, he starts talking to a lady across the aisle from him that's sitting there with a kid. And they start going back and forth about how they got here. He's been here several times and been deported. He's on the freaking plane, man. Been deported. And he's sitting there bragging about how his coyote got him in. And then he's talking about how he was working in Baton Rouge. Then he's worked in Arkansas. He was in Kentucky for a while. Then he went to Georgia. And then he was in Texas. And then he's on his way to a group of them in Lexington, Kentucky. That's where he's going to be heading to. And I sit and listen to him. And I'm thinking, how in the frick do these people, one, can afford flights? Two, you got to have an ID to get on these flights. How are they doing this? Because when they're coming in, certain states like New York, which is about the answer for this problem, that are giving driver's license to people as a ID. One of the things is this that you may not know, but if you are from another country and you have a driver's license, or you have not a birth certificate, but you have something to that that tells who you are. Because like Honduras and people like that, different places will have licenses, and they'll come over here with that, and they accept that as a form of legal ID and give them a license. No test, no nothing. And the longer I sat there, the madder I got, because I'm having to listen to this bull crap from migrants on the plane that American Airlines is letting them fly on. It just blows me away. Trump makes a statement. I'm going to play it for you here.
I never saw what you saw. They talk about the paperclip. The paperclip is a very simple thing. A lot of people say, gee, why didn't I think of that?
Okay. All of y'all want to hear comms. Here you go.
I never saw what you saw. They talk about the paperclip. The paperclip is a very simple thing. A lot of people say, gee, why didn't I think of that? The United States of America is going to be by far the most successful country anywhere in the world, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do things that nobody will believe, and it's so simple, and it's going to happen fast. We're going to do great things for the citizens of our country. We're going to make an absolute fortune for the American people. I think it's okay to say that. It's about time, because we've been giving away our country to foreign countries for so long. They've been ripping us off for so long. And now it's going to be the exact opposite. And we're not going to rip them off. We're just going to take back what was ours and then some. The centerpiece of my plan for a menu.
Okay. I don't know if you caught it or not, but for those that need to hear it, I'm just going to play like a few seconds here, and then I'm going to tell you what this is.
I never saw what you saw. They talk about the paperclip. The paperclip is a very simple thing.
Okay. Just so you know, you want to know what's happening, okay? He just dropped it to you. He just dropped it to you. You're going to laugh. You're going to laugh. Oh, this is crazy. You just did it, Enforcer. Operation Paperclip. That's it. Absolutely. Operation Paperclip. We are still under a military operation going on. He flat out just said it to us. You are still under that. I don't care what you think is going to happen with this election. I don't care what they're saying. I know Gene Ho the other day said some things and was like, I don't think he has the popular vote, but I still think he's going to win. I kind of beg to differ with that a little bit. But that's okay. It's okay to be. No, Sarah. Okay. So let me just say this here. When I say pay attention to the detail, we'll play this one more time. Listen to what Trump says.
I never saw what you saw. They talk about the paperclip. The paperclip is a very simple thing. A lot of people say, gee, why didn't I think of that? The United States of America is going to be by far the most successful country anywhere in the world, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do things that nobody will believe, and it's so simple, and it's going to happen fast. We're going to do great things for the citizens of our country. We're going to make an absolute fortune.
Okay, here we go. It's going to happen fast. Okay. Operation Paperclip TS equals 17. Here we go. We're going to make it's going to happen fast, and we're going to make an absolute fortune for the American people. You're going to do very well. Here's the thing. I'm not even dead set on the Sarah Jacera. I'm not even dead set on that. I don't care how it comes. I just want America better. And what we're seeing now is we're seeing arrests done very fast. See, flat out, paperclip, near Miller. Yes. This is where I'm at on this. And I told you, I'm going to tell you how to take care of some of this stuff. If by chance, and let me just tell you this. Well, let me first tell you. If by chance they continue, first of all, there's a bounty on his head. They're not going to stop trying to take him out. Okay? And wherever you are, be vigilant, be aware, because we're getting close to this election, and they're going to pull out all stops. Don't come back in a week and go, I can't believe it happened. Why didn't you warn us? I'm warning you now. I'm not saying don't go to his stuff. I'm saying be aware of who's around you and what's around you. Seriously. And the other thing is this. If they lay one finger on that man's head, I want you to hear me clearly, and I'm going to say a bad word here in a second, so for those of you who might want to pull your ears in, if they lay one finger on his head, the shit is hitting the fan. It's going to be bigger than what they ever thought it could be. I would say for the sake of Iran, for the sake of you nut jobs that want to take him out, for the sake of the people that want to make excuses for them, you better hope and pray nothing happens. But if something happens, you can guarantee you that it's hitting the fan. This past week, met a lot of people, but let me tell you what. I talked with several marshals, several even just regular law enforcement guys, city guys, county guys, parish guys, whatever the frick you want to call them. And everybody could give a rat's ass whether you're gay, straight, or anything, okay? But when you start taking the rights of the American people away, you will set aside your oath, except for the part of protect and serve the people. And those who are crooked will get their butts handed to them very, very quickly by their own. And I'm telling you this. We're heading, here we go. We're heading towards the election. Closer and closer. More stuff's going to come out about Diddy's friends. More stuff's going to come out. Someone said Garth Brooks. Probably so. Probably so. And when you start seeing, when you start seeing people come out, like other producers, to defend people, I had somebody the other night tell me something. Man, I jumped on and started researching them immediately. And I found out that they're one of Diddy's buddies too. The rap world is getting shaken. Everything is going to be shaken. Your faith is going to be shaken too. You hear me? Oh no, I'm grounded and rooted in Christ. Good for you. Good for you. It's all going down in flames, doll baby. It's all going down. And for those who always said, nothing's happening, here it comes, whether you like it or not. And I'm telling you, you better be prepared. For your favorite religious book people.
Oh, I love their book. I just love their book. It's a fantastic book. It helped me in my walk with Christ.
You're going to find out that they were sexual predators. All I can tell you is it's happening. It's not going to stop. It is not going to stop. And there's nothing you, me, or anybody can do about it. Y'all have wanted this for a long time, and here it is, baby. Here it is. Because it's coming down. Would it be safe? Absolutely, it'd be safe to travel. Thank you so much, Tracy. Yeah, it's safe to travel. But I would still be aware of my surroundings. Because there's going to be more false flags, Yep. And I talk to people that just come off the border and they said the exact same thing. They are counting down the days when Trump's in because they know they about to lock that sucker down. Man, lots of stuff going on. It should make you excited, actually. That actually they're little rockers being rocked. Keep in mind, think about it. Probably Nashville and maybe Baton Rouge. We'll be doing 2 little weekend conferences. We'll work on that. We'll see. Well, it depends on how many people want to be involved and come to it. It will be very affordable. Also, go to eiobn.com and please consider supporting us. We are listener supported, everything we do here. And even when I'm out on the road, I do try to make it to where we stay in contact unless it's an emergency or unless my plane gets rerouted somewhere else and can't be on the air. Anyway, love you guys. Stay safe, stay smart, and keep your head up and fight for tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you don't fight, nobody else is going to be fighting. So you got to fight for your right to party. No, I used to sing that song when I was a kid. Anyways, fight for your right to be free. Have a great day.